When it comes to Mario cartoons, the one talked about the most is usually the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It was the first Mario cartoon made and is the longest one out of the 3 produced by Dick. But the other 2 don't seem to get talked about nearly as much for some reason. More than a year ago I started working on a script where I was originally going to review all 3 cartoons in one giant video, but because I personally hate lengthy videos and because it wouldn't benefit me in any monetary way, I've decided to just make a video talking about the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon. I'll probably make a video talking about the Super Mario World cartoon at some point in the future, especially if this video does great view-wise. You know, the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon is probably my favorite Mario cartoon out of the 3, mostly because Super Mario Bros. 3 was the first Mario game I ever played. And even though it's been several years since I've played it, it's still one of the best Mario games I've played to date. But does the cartoon match the quality of the game? Well, yes and no. This cartoon is better than the Super Show, as in it stays true to the source material by keeping mostly all of the power-ups from the game as well as the enemies. They brought in the Koopalings but gave them all different names for some reason. Larry is called Cheatsy, Roy is called Bully, Lemmy is called Hip, Iggy is called Hop, Morton is called Big Mouth, Wendy is called Cootie Pie, and Ludwig is called Cookie. Even the episode's stories stay true to the game. I mean, they couldn't just make every episode about saving Peach, but every episode does have some sort of conflict that involves the environments established in the game, which is way better than just ripping off of other ideas like what the Super Show did.
May the pasta be with you!
Heck, they even show footage from the game at the beginning of every episode to show what part of the Mushroom Kingdom the episode will take place in, and the show even uses the various sound effects from the game as well. Which is a nice touch in my opinion. But this show still has some issues, mostly in the visual department, but I'll elaborate more on that later. The 2 episodes in particular I'm going to be talking about are Reptiles in the Rose Garden and True Colors. Reptiles in the Rose Garden starts out with Cootie Pie being all like, "Wah, I hate your gifts, Daddy, wah." Then Bowser's all like, "Tell Daddy what you want." She responds with America. Wasting no time, they enslave Mario and everyone else with chain chomps, take them to their dungeon, go to America, and take over the country by throwing the White House into the bottom of the ocean. Naturally, the First Lady is freaking out, but Bush could clearly give less of a crap that the White House is at the bottom of the ocean. In fact, throughout the entire episode, he never gets off the phone once. What do you think he's even talking about? And I was like, please. Y'all really out here crapping on Burger King when half the time McDonald's came and fixed their freaking ice cream machine?
Sir.
And what's the deal with video games? What purpose do they serve? They're just turning kids' brains to mush. It's freaking ridiculous, I swear.
Sir, this is an IHOP. Are you gonna order anything?
Ah, crud. Sure, I guess. Why not? Mr. President, you do know we're at the bottom of the ocean. Shut your mouth, woman! I'm trying to order some pancakes! Mario and the others get free by tricking the guards into assaulting each other, and Mario gets a frog suit and swims to the bottom of the ocean and saves the president and first lady in a pretty clever way by installing pipes on the outside of the White House to function as a jetpack. Come to think of it, maybe this is where Nintendo got the idea of FLUDD. Once the White House is saved, they realize Bowser is about to start another attack in the real world, so they send Mario and Luigi on the airship disguised as Hammer Bros. But the real Hammer Bros see right through their disguise and end up attacking them, but they're still able to get to the front of the ship and put the White House back where it belongs and end Bowser and Cootie Pie's shenanigans. Overall, this episode is fine. I mean, it doesn't really offer anything special and the plot is pretty basic, but this is a Mario cartoon, so I'm fine with that. The only thing I really like about this episode, aside from the president refusing to get off the phone, is the end where Bowser finally puts Cootie Pie in her place and stops putting up with her crap. To put it simply, Bowser started the episode as a white parent and ended it as a black parent. Speaking of which, races! True Colors is an entire episode dedicated to race. The episode starts off with Bowser, Cheatsy, and Cookie launching their midnight sneak attack. I don't know why they call it a midnight sneak attack when it's clearly daytime, but whatever. It fails because Bowser refused to get up. Back at Castle Koopa, Cheatsy says they should divide and conquer the Mushroom People, and they do that by painting half the Mushroom People red and the other half blue. And even manage to spray Mario and Luigi. After the ambush, however, Cheatsy and Cookie realize that things are going on as normal, so they disguise themselves as red and blue mushrooms and start causing mischief to their opposite colors. This in turn causes division between the Mushroom People and even Mario and Luigi because Mario pushed away the red mushroom instead of the blue. I mean, he does have a point, but I still don't know why that would immediately cause you to hate your own brother. Cartoon logic, I guess. Later on, Mario and Luigi then go to Castle Koopa in order to stop Cookie's scheme, but end up getting into another argument over which pipe to go into until they overhear Cheatsy and Cookie's gossip about their plan. Realizing they've been tricked, they make up, go back to the Mushroom Kingdom, and tell everybody that the princess is in trouble, so they'll put their differences aside and come together to help her. But it turns out it was all a lie Peach made up to bring the mushrooms back together. And it works. But Cheatsy and Cookie try to continue the segregation but fail once Mario and Luigi unmask them. Yeah, one second they're all ready to fight, the next second,
Cousin! Brother!
And since Bowser can't stop falling asleep, they're forced to retreat. Do I even need to explain why I decided to include this episode? It's basically teaching kids the fundamentals of racism. It's one of the things you'd least expect when watching a cartoon based on a video game about a plumber jumping on Goombas and Koopas. I'm not saying it's bad to teach kids about something that they'll have to inevitably face as they get older, it's just unexpected is all. But now let's talk about the one thing that bothers me about this cartoon, the visuals. Dick really isn't known for their animation / art style quality, and it shows plenty throughout the cartoon. Everything from the characters being miscolored to continuity errors to voices sometimes coming out of the wrong characters' mouths.
Waterland! Desertland!
It can be very distracting and take you away from the show. Like, you'll be all invested in what Bowser would do next, but then get taken out of what's happening because you're questioning why Luigi's red all of a sudden, or why Bowser's wand changes color in between two shots. It's just overall annoying, and they're present in every episode if you look hard enough. What I'm about to mention next doesn't bother me necessarily, but it is questionable. At some point in every episode, there's always a musical number. I don't know why they felt the need to add these. Like, were they just trying to pull a Sonic Underground with this one and make it a musical / adventure story? The songs themselves aren't bad, but I wouldn't say they're exactly memorable either.
Zooming down, 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 to change the town, down, down, down. Half will be red, half will be blue. Brother against brother, divided into like a Koopas. Paint a town.
That aside, The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best cartoon in the trilogy in my opinion. It stays true to the game while still bringing its own ideas to the table, and I think that's a good thing to have if your cartoon is based off of a video game or book. I'd give this one a watch if you haven't already checked it out. 8.5 out of 10 mushrooms for this one. Feel free to search up episodes on YouTube if you're bored. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, follow me on my socials, and peace.